The following video is to help inform students who are considering enrolling in the AP US History course offered here at Miami Art Studio. You will hear from students currently taking the class as well as our A-Push teacher herself, Ms. Coya, to help give you a better idea of whether or not the course is right for you.
Alright, so AP US History starts from all the way in the colonial times with the exploration, the way that it was colonized, all the way through the modern day. So it roughly covers about everything that was covered in middle school, as well as all the way through the present day Civil War and beyond. So someone that would be a good candidate for this class is, number one, someone that has a good basis and foundation with US history. Additionally, someone that is good about reading and taking notes. This is a very fast-paced class. It's one that requires a lot of reading and for you to get involved in discussions and be able to make connections. In AP, we call it contextualization, where you're able to connect to the past and the present. So it needs to be a student that likes to get involved in discussing these things, in making connections between patterns in history, and someone that definitely needs to be able to stay on top of the reading and on top of the note-taking, because it does require a lot of reading and writing in the course.
I chose this AP course because I love history and I wanted to learn more about US history, and not only am I good at US history, so I thought it would be a good AP course.
I chose the class because it looks good on college applications, and it also is a good boost for your GPA, and it's also just to learn more and get more exposure about American history.
Well, personally, I like history and I've always been interested in it, but also it's good to know the history of your country, and an AP class is a college level class that's very good for colleges, especially if you get a high score on the AP test. Basically every day you need to be reading, and you need to be reading at least 5 pages a day and taking notes, and it's a heavy workload, but you need to be able to find time at least once a day to read or do some sort of studying.
It's really hard because I volunteer every Wednesday and Saturdays, so I have to manage my time really wisely and decide what is the easiest thing to do and study up on that, because every week we have to do a different chapter or a different unit, so it takes a lot of time. It's all about time management.
So basically what I do is I read as much as I can when I have time to, trying to balance the workload that I have between all my other AP classes, and I do my homework the night that's given, and then I don't know, I try to make time and I try to make time evenly, distribute my time evenly between the different classes that I have.
I would recommend this course to students who actually like history, because if you don't like history or enjoy it as much, it's not going to be a fun class, or it's going to be a lot of hard work while not enjoying it. So I would recommend it to students who like it.
Yes, I would. It's a very heavy workload, but it's a very interesting class at the same time, and I think that it's helpful for building a work ethic and working every day and keeping up. So yeah, I would recommend it.
I would if you are planning to go into something having to do with history, or if you really like to write, the same way like if you were going to take ukulele, or if you decide to pursue something that has to do with a lot of writing, I would. If you're going to go into science, I wouldn't, just because then you'd be able to dedicate your time more to your AP sciences and your math.
AP classes definitely makes an impact on your transcript. Remember, college admissions people will look at the school profile, they'll look at the course offering, they'll look at your transcript, and they'll compare that. And they want to know that you're taking rigorous courses. So definitely does help, and it's a very competitive environment. So they'll look at, see if you're taking AP, if you're not taking AP, are you taking honors classes, and then the general classes, obviously. That's one of the potentials of looking at AP from a different lens. Even if you're taking 1 or 2, it's important to kind of always push yourself, because if you're just taking honors and they feel that you can actually have a little bit more rigorous schedule, they're going to look at that. So to me, the AP classes are important. Maybe it's not 5 AP classes, but maybe it's 1 or 2 or 3 by the time that you do finish. Remember, they're looking at your 9th grade through your 12th grade, and they're going to see from 9th grade to 12th grade, did you increase, and did you take more rigorous classes? The AP classes tells them that you can take college level classes, that you can take, you're reading textbooks that are college level, you're taking exams that are college level. So they're gonna, if you get 1C out of, and you've taken 4 AP, it's not gonna be a concern. Again, if you're taking 4 APs and each of them you're getting a C on, it's a concern because it's telling them that you're not able to work at a college level. So there's always a red flag when you do that. And again, the only thing I want to say about AP, down the road when you get to college, it's really a cost savings because they will take levels 3s, 4s, and 5s when you take the exam, especially at the state schools, and you'll save time and you'll save money.